underestimate, not as much as I would like to.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do the extra on Valentine's.
But that's the answer you have on paper. I mean, in real life.
In real life, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you what to say.
Korean series, and then you sleep.
Can you just let this go already? That's
why it's been 3 years.
No, but the
Korean series, you're still a huge fan.
Actually, I haven't really watched it a lot lately. Like Mejaeshe.
Hey, Sarah. Why, you started picking up the language?
Listen, this is the man you're talking about. There was a time I was watching the thing and they say something and like without watching the subtitles, I just get what they're saying. And I became worried. Because in my mind, I'm like, girl, what's happening? But anyways, yeah. But it's fun to watch. You need to get some time.
No, don't get me
watch.
into that. You're
because you watched something and you liked it and you were just going on and on and on.
On your own.
Not really.
Like,
I'll rope you in.
I am not in on this one. You're entirely solo on this project.
I'll rope you in.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right.
Anyway, so yes, let's get into the trends. But before you even get in, aside all our problems here in Ghana, South Africa is like the 8th largest wine producer in the world. Now their power cuts, the load shedding is affecting that as well. So it's like a big deal. Yeah. It's like the thing that hits Africa left, right, center. So that's just one info, by the way. So those of you who love your South African wine.
Yeah, I think they're calling on powers that be to make sure that they fix that problem.
Otherwise, they've been struggling too.
Their wine,
it's gotten real bad. Yes, just a.
But you do go. I think you've been that. For these festivals of theirs, where you go to taste the wine.
Yeah, the wine.
And you come and talk about
it. It's a different vibe altogether.
So they really need to work on that because that's like the whole tourism thingy for them as well. It's a big deal in that front. So yeah. Anyways, while we're still talking about South Africa, it's on the African continent. We're also celebrating some Africans who've been put on the Forbes billionaires list. Are we celebrating? No, they really
they deserve it.
They deserve it. They're on their own. So Africa's
so is there a name there? Giovani. Check. How many people?
So I'm fixing my eye to see if there's anything there like that.
Beye now.
Beye,
my name is there.
It isn't.
Okay.
The only
typo.
So they put this list together for billionaires from just 7 of Africa's 54 countries. Nigerian industrialist Aliko Dangote, whose fortune dropped $400 million to $13.5 billion, is the richest person for the 12th year in a row. Now, when I saw this, I'm like, so 12 years, like nobody's taking him out of the seats. 12 years is a long time to be on that list. We also have South African luxury goods magnate Johan Rupert holding on to the number 2 for a second year despite falling $300 million, to $10.7 billion. Now we've got South African Crystal Wise, who dropped out of the ranks amid an accounting scandal in 2018. He returns after successfully suing retailer Steinhoff. Now they also ended up, I think Forbes gave us the methodology, how they came about it. So they're saying that their list tracks the wealth of African billionaires who reside in Africa or have their primary business there. That's excluding Sudanese-born billionaire Mo Ibrahim, who is a UK citizen, South African Nathan Kesh, who operates out of London, another billionaire London resident, and then also Mohammed Al Fayed, an Egyptian citizen. Now Strive Masiyiwa, a citizen of Zimbabwe and a London resident, appears on the list due to his telecom holdings in Africa. Now to a rather sad story. A mother from Texas has accused an older boy of sexually assaulting and raping his 6-year-old boy on a school bus and is hoping that school officials will take necessary actions against the student. Now, according to ABC 7, Latoya Stormy Monroe alleges that her son, who attends Aldine ISD in Houston, Texas, had been getting sexually assaulted on the bus ride home for months, but she wasn't made aware of it until recently when her son's backpack had gone missing. Now, Monroe asked for the surveillance cameras to be reviewed so that she could get answers of what happened to the backpack, which is when the school informed her over a face-to-face conversation that they had seen some inappropriate behavior from the footage they watched. Now, the assaults on her son were in fact captured on the video, which also helped Monroe understand why her 6-year-old would have stomach pains. And so the mom is, I think that the people are also asking this, so if the mom had not requested for the video footage just so she can track where the son's backpack was, she wouldn't have been informed, especially when she called on the school authority to check the footage so that they'll be able to give information as to where the backpack is. That's how come they got that information over there. And so so when you check our Facebook 3FM 92.7, you find there's a photo of the mom on there. You can also follow up with the story as well right there. And another gory one, a Frenchman has been accused of stabbing his female neighbor after the victim's music disturbed a game of Scrabble. Now, the suspect, Benjamin C., who is 41, has been accused of killing a student who shared an apartment with him for disturbing him with her music. Now, the young lady was said to have invited a small group of friends over to her place to play cards. However, Benjamin, who described the noise as loud and interrupted his game, went to knock at the door. Now, he was said to have pulled a knife and stabbed Romaine, leaving her to bleed on the floor. Now, what is making people upset about this story is the moment he did that, he went back to playing his online Scrabble game like nothing had happened. And so when police officers came, to the scene, he was in his room watching, playing his game like nothing has happened. And when he was asked, he did mention that he had gone to tell the agents of the building that this lady has been disturbing me for a while. I need you to eject her or to evict her. I'll pay for the money even if I have to. So this is someone who really wanted this woman out of his space.
So what, he was addicted to this game like that?
To the game like that, to the extent that like any other thing was just a distraction.
That's the psychology behind the makers of those who make these games, right?
These games,
so that keep you hooked. Like I'm constantly hooked on my own.
Yeah, you have
football.
A particular game.
I'm always playing that even in the studio. So it's like that's where people find their peace.
That should not make you
of course,
an inhumane person in that regard.
I mean, again,
something probably else was going on for
mental
him.
health issues could be behind that. But let me ask you this question.
Tell me.
I know how a lot of young ladies look forward to their weddings, their big days. What would you do if you get to that point, your wedding day, and the MC invites you and your husband to cut the cake, and your husband is just there seated on his phone, maybe playing a game? What would you do? How would you feel?
Why would he be on his phone?
So there's a viral video like that where the lady was the couple, the newlywed, invited to come cut the cake by the MC, and the guy is just there. The guy just relaxed.
So like he didn't hear
shared
them
by
call
the Tattoo Room NG, and the comments will crack you up. Well, the caption, I don't know how true this is, the groom was chatting with a girlfriend on his wedding day.
Oh.
But that's the caption.
That's the caption.
Yes. But then other folks in the comment section are asking, not spotty, I tell you.
Yeah,
this one's like, not bets, not bets. Your man, see, you should see, the guy so unbothered, like unperturbed. He was just there on his phone, and the lady is there by the cake alone, waiting for the instruction to cut. And a very beautiful setting as well.
Yeah.
Why show up in the first place?
No, so with those who are talking about the fact that he probably is betting, I will look at it from the angle of, wedding is costly. So someone will think maybe he's trying to get the money back.
No,
he invested a lot to make that day happen.
See, the whole idea is for you to enjoy the day. So when you feel the pain,
clearly isn't enjoying.
So when you feel the pain of paying back later on, we would understand.
No, maybe he didn't want to wait for another day to happen.
For crying out loud.
It is shocking me.
Day.
His groomsman was supposed to even take the phone away from him. Because usually on that day, you're like, your groomsman is, dabbing your face with the sweat. That thing is extreme for me, if you ask me.
But that's very disrespectful. I don't know how he's going to
very disrespectful, because
no
then
amount of explanation would make meaning.
As your bride, I don't even know what to think. I will feel disrespected.
Yeah.
And the fact that you probably are not into this in the first place.
Wow.
Because your attention should be there.
Yeah.
Even if they ask you to come and take my shoe off, you should be in the mood.
But you see, I've seen a few weddings in life, And I'll tell you one thing for sure.
Tell me.
There are some men, especially for the reception, who will tell you that, Charlie, I beg you, fast, give me.
They just want to go away.
And some of them will also say, like, you know what, I'm compromising. It's about my wife today. The big day is about her. Let her have the best with her girls.
That brings me to the conversation of, are weddings really for the girls, or it's supposed to be for both of them?
Yes, for both of you.
But you notice that the men don't really put themselves in it.
That is why you enjoy now, because later on, a few tears here and there, but the enjoyment would still be.
Like tears.
Have you seen the proposal that went viral with the lady slapping the guy? Church proposal. Why do people do this though? Like, why? Me, I think.
I saw.
Honestly speaking, if you're going to propose to someone in public, I think you
need to be sure the person will say yes.
Act it out. I think you should confirm with the person.
With the person, if they'll say yes.
First. Yeah, because it's about the two of you, really. You can add the drama and all those things. Capture it on there. Because Charlie, yes, was that proposal in sign language?
No, but I've also seen stories where someone like some ladies have suggested that, you know what, if you're a lady and you think being proposed to in public is not what you want, you can accept right there and then. But when the people disperse, then you can tell the person, you know what, you and I were together and everything.
No, it doesn't happen like that.
Right? No, there was a story,
Giovani.
Once
you do it in public, we agree. We are in-laws.
No, but Giovani, there was a story
where we will be asking when is the wedding.
There was a story where the guy proposed to the lady in public. She felt that if she had said no, it would have been a disgrace. So she accepted. And there was a huge diamond ring and everything. Now, the lady says, you know what, I didn't want the whole public display. She is not returning the diamond ring.
She's not?
She didn't return it.
Now if you sell her money days.
And the guy says, you know what, you've denied me. You said no to me. You're not ready for us to get married. Return the ring. The girl says, no. I did you a favor by not embarrassing you in public, so I'm keeping the ring. So I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So wedding. In fact, wedding season starts now, right?
It does. I think the February month sets the mood for that.
Sets the mood for the year. And then we'll wrap it up in December. Okay.
To some more stories though. So actor and business mogul Fred Nuama is seeking to contest the National Democratic Congress parliamentary slot for the Ayawaso West Wogan constituency. Now, it's currently unknown who will be contesting against, but in the 2020 elections, John Dumelo contested for the constituency seat on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress. He lost to the New Patriotic Parties and Lydia Sairam Al-Hassan. Like his colleague John Dumelo, Fred Nuama is known in the film industry and has entertained mainly Ghanaians with his movies. He's a film director and producer, best known for his roles in the movies The Game, The Prince Bride, Amachi, and Dede, among others. Now, the story that people are asking, the question that people are asking on social media is, John Dumelo over the period has done the work at Ayawaso West Wogan. So people actually do believe that this is his time. I think this election season is that time for him. And now that he's not competing in this constituency, like, what's going to happen? Like,
I'm sure we still have a lot of time to find out.
I hope so too.
But it's like the whole Ayawaso thing is like a movie.
You know, he's the Wellington boot helping, desilt the gutters, do all the job.
It's not only about him though. If others want to try their luck, it's allowed. I mean, come on.
No one is saying it's not allowed.
National democratic.
It is the stress of the demo for me.
Why because democracy will be at me. Democracy.
No, but there's rumor that he's going to.
He's considering Sal.
Yeah.
I mean that too. I don't know, but we'll find out in the coming weeks.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like the work now. Why
Juma? But you see, John too is appealed to a lot of people outside his constituency.
Outside, yes.
So let's not forget that. I mean, even when
it would have been good to be on that ticket and then still spread your wings and help others.
But I don't
as well.
know. His political advisors probably are thinking
otherwise.
Of something more. Yeah. So
well, they went to study the whole politics terrain, so they know what they're doing. I think
they know what the people have been saying on the ground. So let's see.
So let's see how it goes.
Interesting times ahead. Ask me.
Some more entertainment stories though. So as seen on Live Nation UK's Twitter, an announcement of the dates and venues and where you can pre-order for your tickets to see the BIM Nation boss live in action. So at Live Nation UK tweeted #LN pre-sale Ghanaian Afro pop, dancehall and beloved reggae artists at Stonebwoy play a string of shows in London, Birmingham and Manchester this May. And Stonebwoy also quoted the tweet by saying, UK, I am ready. So his first stop, according to Live Nation UK is London Electric Brixton, that is 12th May. And then also Birmingham O2 Academy 2 on the 13th. And then also finally Manchester Gorilla on the 14th of May. So a lot of people are looking forward to that as well, because he's been making rounds, making the needed connections to put his brand out there. And so people are also looking forward to what this performance is all going to be about. And Billboard and Vibe are jointly stirring up some debates as they name their top 50 greatest rappers of all time. Now, a group of staffers at the Billboard published the article in partnership with Vibe earlier this week. The question now is, does the top list that they've provided resemble what you have in your own room or in your head somewhere? So early 2023, Billboard and Vibe, they ranked the top 50 greatest rappers of all time as part of their salute to this year's golden anniversary of hip-hop. Now, the rollout began with January 11, where they revealed about 50 to 41 rappers in that rank. They've also revealed 10 more rappers this week. Now, while we're looking at what they came up with, the team took into account the following criteria, not in any particular order though: body of work, achievements, charted singles, albums, gold, platinum certifications, cultural impact, influence, how the artist's work fostered the genre's revolution, longevity, that is the years at the mic, lyrics, storytelling skills, and flow, that it has to do with your vocal prowess. Now, at number 10 is Nicki Minaj. And at number 9, we've got Snoop Dogg. Number 8, we've got Drake. Lil Wayne is at number 7. The Notorious B.I.G. is at number 6. Eminem takes the number 5 spot. Tupac takes the number 4 position. Nas takes number 3. Kendrick Lamar. And finally, at number 1 is Jay-Z.
Okay.
Now, question is...
social media has been reacting.
It's been reacting. Now, we've got our own KOD also sharing his thoughts on this one. Now, he says, I love Jay, but he ain't number 1.
That's right.
Nick could kill him any day on the MIC.
Who?
Nick, I said Nicki Minaj.
Oh, yeah?
Did he mean Nick or Nicki Minaj? So, yeah, that's it over there. So you can quickly check it out on our Facebook. 3FM 92.7. So Nick could kill him any day on the MIC, and Jay can't rock better than M. Just my simple opinion. What's yours?
Jay knows he can't rock better
than
M.
So the list they put together.
Yeah, and any hip hop list that doesn't put Tupac, for me.
Yeah,
I'm a Tupac fan. So any
day,
list that
every
doesn't
day.
put him up there.
And I know someone who's a huge Kendrick Lamar fan
exactly.
as well.
So any list that doesn't have Tupac as number 1, you've lost. Or even Nas, you've lost me.
But
So,
Nas is at number 3. That doesn't do it for you.
Then I stop reading.
When it goes
I stop reading from 1. So, I mean, a lot of people are asking questions, but it's good. Once in a while, you throw some of these things there.
No, but because people are also taking a look at, the criteria I read earlier. He has done a lot of things in the hip-hop space.
Yeah.
People also link it to, the whole Super Bowl thingy.
No, but the thing is, hip-hop is 50 this year.
It is 50 this year, so they are celebrating.
You don't get to redefine the culture like that.
No, they did say the revolution.
That's it. That's it. So I agree partly with what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. That anybody at all can come up with a list and say, "Hey, I looked at this. I considered that. I considered this."
This team is Billboard and Vibe. They've been doing this for a while, so they know what.
I get it perfectly, but I don't agree.
You know?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Which you are entitled to.
Exactly.
Which you are entitled
to. I don't agree. Like hip hop is in better days.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Especially
Let's
with the whole.
Let's not get carried away by charisma and presence. And yes, Hove by all means is Hove. Right? He's got his unique. He's done it all. But people do.
People do.
Yeah, people do.
People day.
Allah.
Anyways,
that's even dancehall.
That's even dancehall. Well, that wraps up our trends and ENT.
And again, happy birthday, Sean.
Happy birthday going out to DJ Faculty.
DJ Faculty.
No, so there was a conversation happening in our office.
Yeah.
Sorry about of the morning show.
Yeah.
Says that Faculty is older than him 5 years.
I'm sorry, but
can you imagine? I say Akorfa me and I'm so sorry, but let's not do this right now.
I'm sorry, but come on. Yeah, happy birthday to you, DJ Faculty. We've got a ticket from Emirates for you to fly wherever you want to go. So see Lois and make that happen. Emirates has got you, man. Emirates says, well, one of the best bits about holidays, it's the food. Yeah, Gianino. And the in-flight experience is